It's Week 13 of the NFL, and we've got CeeDee Lamb. He rises when it matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Bringing him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Cowboys at 10-1 now on the year. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run up this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll take this to the 46. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 catches, 80 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Prescott from the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
At the 9-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Purdy now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On play action, Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw, Prescott. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Play action. Now Purdy. Incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
after one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this is where play action can be so effective. Your running game's been the driving force on this possession, so as a defense, you start shifting your focus towards stopping the run. But if an offensive coordinator sees that, he can take advantage, and they get good yardage there.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings 12-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. If you got a pro quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Prescott. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first-half lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And a route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Now Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete to Addison on the out route. Call it no gain there on the first down play. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. It's hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
First down, Vikings.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
Purdy. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison from 8 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And a route is on here in this first half.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jordan Addison back out now as the Vikings offense set to take possession.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. That is caught by Lamb.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the final tally. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and they've gone to the half with a score 20-14. Paris Campbell already up near 100 yards receiving with a full half still to go. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. The Giants are starting to run out of opportunities for victories now, as they'll head into December at 0-12. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Trevor Lawrence, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
At the 19-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The safety blitz defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now the throw on 3rd down. Knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Now he's into the clear again. He's on his way.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. With the football going back to the Vikings offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Here's Purdy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Purdy. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Purdy looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
3rd and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to claw one back.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
171 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, look at the juke. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 in the first.
And having built that kind of a league, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jordan Addison in the offense out for another drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Purdy.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Vikings 31-yard line.
Prescott from the gun.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown!
Puka Nakua.
28 yards.
And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
At the 22-yard line.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment defense. Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Micah Parsons.
That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Prescott off play action.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'm on him now. They tend to leave him in.
223 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Prescott looks to throw on first. His throw incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you're giving plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas. They just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
He'll try again. And this time he is in for a Cowboy touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Well, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Purdy.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
2nd and 6. At the Cowboys, 8-yard
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Dallas, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
You
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Chargers' creative quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chargers and the Colts under the lights on Thursday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. And tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the LA Chargers.
Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything.
There he goes, left side.
Travis Etienne.
Way in for a Charger touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now in one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. Now Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. 2nd and 5. Glove. He'll let one go deep for downs. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
On play action. Love to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Love, they go play action now. He'll get this one to Pittman. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To the air again, Love. Got his tight end, that's complete. That's Woods. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw.
He'll drop that underneath to Etienne.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 40-yard line.
2nd and 11.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Colts send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back to throw again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And he is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Back to throw now on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Chargers are able to widen their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's McBride. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gay is on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this off to ETN. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Straight ahead, ETN. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 105 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down. Here's Love. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Again, it's Love. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here. There he goes, right side. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw here.
They'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Etienne will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And the Colts getting ready to go.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Love.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Off the play fake, Love.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 20.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And the lead is now 13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That's complete to McBride.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Love. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing. Love. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Screenplay, here's ETN.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. Back to throw here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 13. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. As far as the early games go, we'll be watching that one in Houston. The Texans in for a fight as they'll have to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, And it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On second down, Love once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play fake. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Right side to Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown, Allen! Gerald Everett, 45 yards. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Love, they go play action now. That is caught, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Love now to pass on first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. To the air again, Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
ETN up the middle. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 119 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Wilson, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they'll run with ETN. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their...
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
All right, Brandon, normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. I've got to slow down the running.
I was just going to say, and he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Travis Etienne with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
Here's Love. Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far, good second half. And you know, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 47.
On play action, they'll throw. Able to slither by it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a give to Etienne.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll try to run with Etienne.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This taken in by Downs.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. On second down, ETN once more. 202 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run with ETN. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A handoff for ETN. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A give running right, ETN. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The Love's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Again, it's Love. That complete to Downs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
And the Colts first down.
Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw now, here's Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. The Charger drive about to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, ETN once more. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Los Angeles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.